And welcome to this Age of Sgimar battle report. Today we have Legion of Grief versus Flesheaters. This is 1,250 points, and we're going to dive right in. So the battle plan for this mission was the better part of Valor. This is one where you have 6 objectives, and they can be taken away at the end of turns after the second battle round. And if you have held onto them for a certain amount of time, it could be 1 point, 2 points, 4 points, or 8. So depending on the length of the game. So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the army list and deployment. So for the Flesheater courts, he had a unit of the guys with wings, I can't remember their name, and then he also had a leader with wings, the smaller guys, and then 2 ghoul kings on zombie dragons, and then 3 units of ghouls. And you'll see later on too, he does summon 2 more units of those smaller winged crypt ghoul guys. On the Legion of Grief, we have Lady Olander, we have a Mortis Engine, Knight of Shrouds on Steed, Necromancer, who is played as the Crane Wraith right next to the Mortis Engine. Then there's also a Black Coach. Then we have the guy with the Lantern to heal up the units of Chain Rasps, and there's 3 units of 20. I went ahead and placed down my grave markers. He placed down his terrain piece over by his side of the board. So the grave markers for the Legion of Grief are, of course, those little zombies. There's 4 of them. Okay, so we're going to move on to turn 1. Turn 1 went to Legion of Grief. He gave me the first turn. I tried casting some spells to no avail, didn't really do much. I put Mystic Shield on 1 unit and just stayed put because I wanted him to come to me and hopefully move over those objectives. So, bottom of turn 1 for Flesheaters, they moved over their dudes. They spawned 2 units of the scary dudes. They also have a shooting attack with the wings. And he tried casting some spells, and I don't think any of them went off. So we're looking at turn 2. This is where things get interesting. So this is a combined turn. The Legion went first, so I moved up, assaulted his Crypt Ghouls with wings over there on the right side with the Black Coach, killed pretty much a whole unit, and then wounded another one. I claimed that objective just underneath the Black Coach because I didn't want him to take me off of it, so that gave me 2 points. And then I moved up my Chain Rasps. I cast a couple spells on the ghouls out there at the back with Lady Olander. I got off the Vortex so that she could stand on it and get an increased range. That was pretty interesting. I hadn't tried that before. And then on his turn, for turn 2, he moved up his zombie dragons. He ran into this unit of Chain Rasps at the front, did quite a lot of damage. And then he wounded the Black Coach, brought it down to 9 wounds. He didn't do so well with his Crypt Ghouls with wings. And that was the bottom of turn 2. So turn 3, Flesheaters got the double turn here. It was brutal. The unit of Chain Rasps, where his leader, the painted zombie dragon Ghoul King, wiped out that whole unit. And then the Knight of Shrouds on Steed and Necromancer died to his other Crypt Ghoul on Zombie Dragon. Over on the right, there was still a slap fest between the Black Coach and those Crypt Ghouls with wings. Few wounds were put back onto the Crypt Ghouls. He didn't take out the Black Coach, it was still alive. So moving on to the bottom of turn 3, the Black Coach died, but we did kill all of the guys with wings over there on the right. The Mortis Engine ran up the board to try and take them off of that objective. I pretty much killed all of them. There was 2 left. Summoned the unit that got destroyed over there to try and eventually rush up towards that other objective at the top left. And then the zombie dragons, while they finished off that other unit of Chain Rasps. So at the end of this one, this is pretty much the end of the game because I didn't realize that you can remove any of the objectives you control at the end of a turn. I thought it was only 1. and that's why I kept only removing one. So I removed another one, which was over there on the left. So then I got my points for that, so that brought me to 6 victory points for Legion of Grief. So when we finished the game, he capped all 3 of those back objectives. That middle one I didn't take him off because he had 2 battle line models left, so that was unfortunate. And then if I would have charged the Black Coach into the Crypt Rules, which I should have done, I probably would have taken those all out, and he wouldn't have been able to get another 4 points. And then if I would have done better over there with the Mortis engine, it would have been a completely different game. So with that, we said that if the turns were to go on, I would bring back another unit over on my objective there, cap that for another point for 7 points, possibly another 2. I wouldn't be able to win, so we called it there. But it was a great game. Just make sure you read over the battle plan in major detail, because last week, same thing happened. We messed up that too, so make sure you're reading those over and make sure your opponent knows as well, as long as with yourself, the specifics of each battle plan. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this battle report, and until next time, happy wargaming.